approximately 5'10". He looks about 37, 38 years old. Very weathered look from his experiences. The first thing you notice about him when you see him is the scar running from the outer point of his right eye down his cheek. Next you notice his piercing, light, icy blue eyes. He's clean cut, especially for a traveler hunter, not something you'd expect to see on the roads. His short, light brown hair is well kept. And then you also notice an eagle tattoo on his left arm. The eye of the eagle lines up along the front of the forearm, which sits right on top of another long scar that runs down the length of the lower forearm and the wrist. So that is Sinamor. We're also going to do a recap of episode 1, so you guys have a bit of an understanding of what happened, how the group got to know each other. So in the first episode, our story began with 3 strangers meeting in the trade township of New Pollock. Johnny, seeking treasure, chose to join Sinamor's quest to cleanse the cursed land of Old Pollock. Their local contact, Elmo Vincenzo, the town's blacksmith, led them to the site to see a pair of recently made footprints leading into the cursed city. The land blackened by a continual falling gray dust made it hard to see but easy to track the prints. Deeper inside the old city, they hear voices and see shadows near the town center. Giving cautious chase, they finally met Rikas, a druid on his own mission to cleanse not only this city but other blighted lands, and Hanua, a woman that looked to be chiseled from stone that had braved the dust and the curse on her own. A voice rang out in the silence as one of the town's original members begged for help. He was stuck in a stock, still mourning the loss of his family. Sinamor looked close at the man and found that Jason was not entirely alive. He had been there, stuck with only rage and revenge in his heart for more than 15 years. He told the new allies about his need to kill the man who seemingly cursed the town, a mercenary captain named Arthur Morland. During the discussion amongst the group of whether or not they should free Jason, more original members of the town began to creep close. These townspeople had little need to talk and every desire to feed. In the heat of battle, the townspeople would not seem to give up their need to stay slain until the fiery rage of Hanua cleaved their heads from their shoulders. Seeking some semblance of shelter, the party crept into the former Lord Terrell's manor, finding a few more guests and Lord Terrell himself still sitting inside on a chair, staring deep into a skull. Preparing themselves tactfully, they decided to give Lord Terrell a chance to explain the curse and the town before killing him. Lord Terrell explained he had made a deal with the demon to be able to party for eternity in his home of Pollock. And so he was able to. Only, no one but the other undead would be able to join him. Seeking a release from his guilt and the demonic contract that bound him here, he threw himself into combat with the party. His half-hearted fight led to his quick release, and the contract that held him there burned away. Outside, the dust that fell lessened, and the sun could be seen in Pollock for the first time in over 15 years. That is where we will catch up with our friends in episode 2.